I'm doing my best to test a white splash in Stasis for Equipoise, but, you know, folks just don't seem to want to play against me today. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We are playing Stasis with Equipoise. So the Oracle text for this is something along the lines of, at the beginning of your upkeep, for each land target player controls that is beyond the number of lands you control, choose that many lands and then they phase out. And then this process is repeated for artifacts and creatures. So another way of putting this is it is a triggered ability that triggers on your upkeep that targets your opponent. Or you can target yourself with this actually if you wanted to just literally do stone cold nothing, but you're usually targeting your opponent. And if you have 4 lands and your opponent has 7 lands, then you choose 3 of their lands and those lands phase out. And then this process is repeated for artifacts and creatures. So if I've got 1 Black Vise in play and the opponent has like a lotus petal and an LED or something, then I can phase out the LED and they'll keep the lotus petal. And of course, since I'm not really playing any creatures, then all of their creatures phase out. So there are a number of reasons I wanted to test out Equipoise in Stasis. The most obvious of these is that Stasis makes you skip your untap step. So if you have Stasis and Equipoise in play at the same time, then the opponent's stuff will phase out and it won't ever phase in. So this is permanent removal for creatures, artifacts, and even lands. The beautiful part about that is not only does Stasis already play a bunch of stuff that bounces your own lands, stuff like, oh, I'm testing Ensnare today for funsies, Thwart is a counterspell that bounces lands, Gush is a draw spell that bounces them. But because Equipoise doesn't target the lands, it only targets the player, despite what the rules text printed on the card says. This has gotten errata, and it is updated in Oracle now, and it doesn't target lands anymore. You can just have 3 lands in play. You can let the hero have 3 tapped lands, and then you just phase out all of their untapped ones. So this is a little bit like Root Maze in that way. And I also like that it can remove artifacts and creatures. The creatures part especially makes me think of elves, which I'm always thinking about elves. I'm still young and bright-eyed, and I have my whole life ahead of me when it comes to playing Stasis, and I haven't yet gotten so jaded that I've just given up on elves. But Equipoise phases out all creatures, since you don't have any creatures. And that means that you can just kind of permanently phase out a bunch of the elves BS. I don't know how good this is going to be. I don't know. But that's why we test things. That's why we play with them. That's why we run leagues or play with your friends or whatever, because we're testing cards and we're figuring it out. So I am going to give this my best shake. I will start match 1 here and we'll see how that goes. Okay, I am on the play in match 1 here versus ElPace, huh? I mean, this is a perfectly serviceable hand. I'm going to keep it. I can chain something in an extreme emergency, but mostly it's just going to be turn 2, hold open counterspell, and impulse if I don't need to counterspell. Oh, that's just a goblin lackey, huh? This might be the emergency that I was referring to. Oh, well, I just hit Stasis. So in that case, I think I'm not going to chain the lackey. Oh, that's a pile driver. Yeah, I'm just going to counter that. Lackey is going to connect, unfortunately. And we got a Siege Gang Commander on our hands. I think I'm just going to have to be okay with that. I'm actually going to Portent here. I kind of want more lands than this. I kind of want Forsaken City. I think I'm going to shuffle this. Maybe I should have impulsed for a land instead. But missing this land drop here really hurts. Oh, I found Enlightened Tutor. Well, that's pretty dang useless right now. I don't know, like I have a bad feeling that I probably should have impulsed instead of portenting there. Ugh, they just put in a pile driver off of that. That's disgusting. All right, well, I need a land drop right freaking now. Okay, that is a land drop. I don't know. Maybe I was just a little bit too conservative with my cards. Maybe I should have been more aggressively trading things. Bouncing the Goblin Lackey on turn 1. I don't know. The pro blue on that pile driver just really hurts. That's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. I think I am just dead if I don't drop Stasis. Do I want to reveal that I am on Stasis? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. If I bounce the Siege Gang Commander in combat, then I would be taking 4 plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That's actually exactly 13. So I am just dead on board. I think I'm gonna Stasis. I think I'm gonna just go for it. I don't like this, but I think I kind of have to do it. And I think I am gonna fight this fight. Like, Goblins is probably going to assume that I'm on Dreadnought anyway, which means that they would be bringing in their naturalizes and stuff if they had them, which this Wooded Foothills tells me that they do. And of course, if they just have naturalize at like any point, then I'm just dead, right? Oh, there's the forest. Oh my god, there's the Rishadan Port. Oof, that hurts. Not gonna lie, that hurts. Fortunately, I have this Chain of Vapor, so I am going to chain this. Wow, and they just had naturalize as a follow-up? All right, yeah, that's fine. I wasn't winning that. I'm honestly tempted on Equipoise. I don't know if this is how I want to be doing this. I'm not bringing in Chills versus Goblins because they have Goblin Lackeys to get things in under Chill, and I care about their naturalizes more than anything else anyway. Do I really want to be diluting my deck with Swords to Plowshares? I don't know. I don't know what the answers to these questions are. I think Flash of Insight can get out. Maybe I can take out 1 Equipoise, and I can take out a Black Vise, and I can bring in triple Swords. Is this even good? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just ruining my deck's consistency here. I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. I would like to be on the play. I am going to keep this hand. It's got double Portent in it, which I really like. I can even shuffle part of the Portent if I want to. Gush Plains is not where it's at. Although I could take one of the Gushes and I could take the basic Plains. But if I do that, then I'm locked into not swordsing on turn 1. Yeah, I'm just going to shuffle here. And then I would just have to draw through double Gushes, and I really don't want double Gush in this situation. Basic Island is actually a pretty good rip. I like that. And that is once again a turn 1 Goblin Lackey. Good thing I have this Swords in my hand to deal with it. I will Portent myself. This will determine if I use City or if I shuffle. Pain, Counterspell, Island. I don't really want any of these cards. Like, I'm kind of just looking for Stasis at this point. I am going to shuffle. And I don't want to be fetching basic plane or drawing basic planes off this Portent, so I will fetch it now. That might be a mistake because I'm telegraphing Swords pretty hard to the opponent here. And they're just kind of leaving up 2 mana here. I don't have a Counterspell. Do I Swords this Lackey, or do I wait to Swords like something scary or like a Pile Driver? I think I am going to Swords the Lackey, because even if they get a Pile Driver down right now, then it's not actually super scary. And now I've got a handful of islands and nothing to do with them. Next turn, I'll be able to hardcast Thwart. That's got to be something, right? And the hero's just kind of passing turn, not really doing anything else. Rishadan Port, not a real good play. This screams interaction to me. Oh my goodness, another island, sure. Yeah, I can just have a handful of islands. Where were all of these islands last game, huh? Where were they? I mean, eventually I'll just be able to power through all these Rishadan Ports, right? Ah, yep, there's Stasis. I think I will play an island here and just pass. I think I'm just going to wait for them to blink. I think that's it. Yeah, tap an island, that's fine. And another one. Well, if they want to cast a big doofus, then now's the time to do it. Something like a ringleader, maybe? Just nothing. Still nothing. They gonna port me? No. Well, if you're not gonna do anything, then I'm not gonna do anything. They're still just porting me. They're still doing nothing. Wow, patience from them. Incredible. I found Gush, which is actually pretty dang good in this spot. I will just hardcast this. I wonder if they might try and Pyroblast this. That would be really interesting. No, they didn't Pyroblast it. Well, the hero kind of just continues to refuse to really do anything, and I am okay with this. Ooh, yeah, I want these cards. I want these cards. I want all of them, actually. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put Gush on the top, Flooded Strand on the bottom, Stasis in the middle, Gush right on top where it belongs. I will draw that Gush, and then I am kind of tempted to, like, pitch gas Gush. Got plenty of tapped islands here. Look at that. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. Might be better to just wait to pitch gas Gush until my main phase next turn. Goblin Matron is finally down. Turn 8, and they've cast their first Goblin of the game. First spell of any kind, actually. That's a Goblin Lackey. All right, well, you are tapped low here. I am going to attempt a Stasis. That's a Pyroblast, gonna let that go. I'm going to attempt Stasis number 2, and I have the Counterspell backup for that if I need it. Do I dangle out this Forsaken City? Now that they've tapped my island using Wasteland, the answer to that is yes, I do that. This just an end of turn Pyroblast number 2? Yeah, no, sorry. Wastelanding my city, I don't really care about that too much. Wisely not attacking. They're waiting to see if they can get a pile driver into play. Okay, that's just a Goblin Lackey, that's fine. This might be the time where I use my Ensnare. Like, honestly, I might Ensnare here. Although, why would I? Just to tap the Lackey? What could they put in that I would care about? If they put in like something like a Siege Gang Commander, then I can just Ensnare after that. Yeah, I'm gonna let them get the hit in. Goblin War Chief. All right, I don't think I mind that. Just gonna continue to make my land drops. I've got an emergency Gush that I can use, but honestly, I don't think I'm gonna need it. Yeah, look at this. Hero's doing just jack-diddly squat right now. Would be a great time to find a Black Vise, honestly. Now, Skirk Prospector is a problem. Let me see if I can find a solution to that. Not particularly. Okay, you got Skirk Prospector. I could just bounce it. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce it. I'm gonna actually bounce Stasis, and then I'm gonna sacrifice one of my islands, and I'll bounce the Skirk Prospector. Oh, Pyroblast in response, huh? Yeah, that's fine. I have another Stasis in hand. That is 3 Pyroblasts. What are the chances that they have 4th Pyroblast here? Ooh, found Swords to Plowshare, snapping that off. That's great. And Stasis number 3, and I will go ahead and drop Black Vise now. Love that Wasteland, by the way. That's a lovely Wasteland. All right, so the hero dropped a Carplusian Forest. That means that they could have a Naturalize here. I am slightly worried about that. All right, well, now I've got Chain of Vapor, which plays around Naturalize fairly well. Do I want to Portent and try and find a Counterspell? I could Portent, try and find Counterspell, and then I would still have enough mana to Chain here. Well, I found Counterspell. I am going to put Impulse on the bottom, Black Vise underneath that, and then Counterspell right there. Not going to shuffle. Let's Chain of Vapor on my Stasis, or Naturalize on my Stasis, as I expected. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and chain the Stasis. I think it might be time to start sacrificing lands. I have a lot of lands. I'm going to bounce their War Chief, start bouncing things. And I have this Ensnare that I can use too, so it's not like I'm just completely out of options. The hero does get a nice big fat untap step here though. I think I will save Counterspell for like exactly Skirk Prospector. Yep, that's a Goblin Matron, you got it. Goblin Pile Driver, huh? Honestly, if they just cast Pile Driver, I'm gonna let that happen. Yeah, you got it. Go ahead and cast something else while you're at it. Just empty your hand. Just get all the goblins in your hand into play. Tap all your lands for me while you're at it, yeah? Thank you very much. Appreciate you. I'm gonna let that mana burn off. We're gonna move to beginning of combat, and this is a card that I was literally just putting into the deck just to have additional ways to bounce my lands for Equipoise. But it seems really good in this position, doesn't it? All right, and now I get a nice good untap. I get to drop my island, my Black Vise, and my Stasis. And now I get to hold up a Counterspell for as long as I want. Yeah, no. Honestly, I probably should have used my planes to cast Stasis. Not used to having planes in this deck. Okay, so I don't really know what happened, but it took like 3 minutes for my Counterspell to resolve. Now, mind you, I'm not in the greatest shape here. Like, I've only got 3 lands in my hand, right? So I could still very easily kind of just get got by like a top-decked Wasteland and a Naturalize again. But that would be 3 Pyroblasts and 3 Naturalizes. That's a lot. That's a lot, right? You know what I would like to know? I would like to know how frequently I am ahead on time versus opponents, as opposed to my opponents being ahead on time. I just like, I don't know, you know? Like, it feels like I'm ahead on time fairly often, actually. I'm gonna hold this impulse in hand as long as I possibly can here. You never know when it needs to find a thwart versus something else, I guess. Okay, I found Enlightened Tutor. I'm gonna play out this Forsaken City here. It's possible that I put Equipoise on top of the deck. How many lands does each player have? I've got 10. They've got 11. So that means that I can start phasing out lands. I can phase out all of their creatures, which is actually not particularly relevant here. I didn't put all my Equipoises in the sideboard, did I? No, just one. So I've still got one in the deck. I'm going to have to decide if I want to go for the hard lock here. I need to think about this. I would cast Enlightened Tutor. I would put Equipoise on top of my deck. I would then use this island to... pay for Stasis. I would untap the Forsaken City. I'd have an island. I would have a card in hand, and then I could cast Equipoise. Honestly, I don't think that's good enough. Like, that would put me so incredibly vulnerable to a wasteland, and I don't think I want to do that. I think I am just going to hold. I think I'm just going to continue to hold here. Yeah, I drew Counterspell. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother with those shenanigans. I'm really wishing I had used that Plains to cast Stasis all that time ago. Okay, and the hero just conceded the game. Like, they probably should have conceded this a while back. But you know, I'm not going to tell them that to their face, you know? Do I want to make any changes? Meddling Mage is really interesting. That's a really interesting consideration. Given that this deck has Wastelands in it, and that I don't care if their creatures phase out, maybe I do side out Equipoise, honestly. Just remove it as an option entirely. And then what? That would give me room to bring in Meddling Mages. Do I side out Enlightened Tutors if I'm siding out Equipoise? I might. That would give me these Meddling Mages. And I could put Meddling Mage on, like, Naturalize or Pyroblast. Meddling Mage blocks turn 1 Goblin Lackey. I guess it doesn't block it soon enough, but still. We're testing lots of things today. We're just having fun with this white splash, you know? And we are also having fun just watching the hero's timer go down and down and down and down. Now it's in the red. Oh no, what are we going to do? Now, granted, you know, Goblins can still very easily win a game in 5 minutes. Oh, well, this is a slam dunk keep, right? I'm going to try and Portent for lands. Turn 1 Mog Fanatic. Oh, they mulled all the way down to 5. Oof, I am so sorry, mate. That's a really low mulligan. Basic Plains is okay, I suppose. Do I want these cards? I might want the Counterspell out of this. Maybe. Mostly want the island. If I were to keep this, then I would want to stack it. I guess I wouldn't need the Counterspell right away, so the Counterspell would go on bottom. And then it doesn't really matter, so Chain of Vapor, then Island. Do I want these cards? I need the island. I'm going to keep it. Oh, that's just a straight up Goblin Pile Driver, just like that. All right, so that means that I am just going to hold open Counterspell here. Going to be ouch time. I'm taking 4. Please just tap out for something silly. Ah, they didn't do it. Dang it. Okay, so what does that mean for me? It means I'm drawing this Counterspell that I don't necessarily want. And just Portent off Forsaken City here. Ooh, Ensnare is a good one. And I get another island. I think I'm going to put Gush on the bottom, Island in the middle, and Ensnare on top. Mog Fanatic is fine. I think I will take the hit. They're just refusing to tap out. Huh. I had an island underneath of this Ensnare. That tells me that I might want to pitch the Plains, honestly. Although I had Gush underneath of that. So let me think about this. I am possibly looking to hardcast Ensnare this turn. If I do hardcast Ensnare, then the turn after that, I might want Stasis plus Counterspell plus Chain of Vapor. Or I could land Stasis now. They've only got one card in hand. Like, how bad can it actually be? I'm going to pitch a Stasis. If they didn't have one card in hand here, then I probably wouldn't have done that. I need to think about what this one card could be. If this last card is Wasteland, then I need to make sure that I've got double island up, or at least one island up. If this last card is Rishadan Port, then I need to make sure that I have 2 lands, or I can keep my Forsaken City around at least. If this last card is something like a Naturalize or a Pyroblast, then I have a Counterspell. This all is kind of telling me that it might not actually be time to land Stasis. I think I might want one more land here so that I can have an additional layer of protection. I think I am going to land the island, and I'm going to hardcast this Ensnare on their combat step. Yeah, here we go. This puts me to 1. Ooh, that might actually have been a little risky. Maybe I should have thought through the math on this first, huh? Because this is going to put me to 1 life. And then a Mog Fanatic is lethal. Interesting. Well, now I am going to Forsaken City here. I'm going to pitch one of the counterspells. And I think this is just a Gush into Stasis. So went ahead and did that. And now I have Counterspell and Chain of Vapor up. I'm going to turn off my auto yields. Oh, wow, they just top decked a Naturalize, huh? Yeah, I will Counterspell this. Tapping my Forsaken City to play around a top-decked Wasteland. And if they top-deck a Rishadan Port, then I can just chain it in response. I think at this point, my opponent's clock is actually going to be my out. I will go ahead and turn my auto yields back on. I don't think I want this Impulse anymore, but I'm pretty sure I want all my lands. Kind of wild that they just drew Pyroblast into Naturalize here. Like, that's some pretty good draws for them. I will pitch Plains to this Forsaken City. I will not want Plains for the rest of the game. And now I am pretty desperately looking for counterspells. Like, if they just hit a Naturalize or a Pyroblast here, then I'm just dead. They can just blow it up on my end step, and then I'm just in huge trouble. Gonna hold this Gush. I don't know what I would need to do with it. Don't like that fetch. That fetch makes me nervous. In all fairness, though, at this point in the game, basically everything makes you nervous. Oh, I found Swords. I don't know how useful that is. That tap right there worries me. I think Swords might actually have to be extremely useful. I might pitch an island here to untap City so that I can hold open Swords to Plowshares. Gush, I'm just going to hold. I will fire that off in an emergency if I need to. Ugh, and that's an emergency. This counts as an emergency. I need a counterspell. I found Thwart. I can actually hard cast that, and I think I will. Ooh. No, don't tell me you have another Pyroblast. Oh my god. All right, well, maybe I should have removed their creatures. Yeah, that's game. It took 3 Pyroblasts and a Naturalize, but they got it. I need to think about that turn. It's possible that I should have played that a little bit differently. It's entirely possible that I should have played that a little bit differently. I could have double chained something. I could have swords a Goblin Pile Driver. Like, there were ways that I could have handled that. Although, if they had the Pyroblast anyway, then double chain actually wouldn't have helped. Hey, that was really close. And that all came down to the Ensnare math being wrong earlier in the game. This, oh man, still a pretty good showing. Just a little bit of pilot error, and that's all it takes. I'm going to be okay with that, though. I will move on to match 2. If you're enjoying the video and think you'd like watching more of what I make, please consider subscribing so YouTube can notify you when I go live and upload videos. I appreciate your support. Thank you. I'm on the play here in match 2 versus Jacek. I'm pretty sure I've played against this person before. This is a snap keep. Look at that beautiful hand. 3 lands, a consistency piece, got Counterspell and Stasis in hand already. This is a beautiful hand. I love this hand. There are a lot of blue decks in the format. I'm going to put turn 1 Black Vise. Flooded Strand. It's a blue deck. Blue. Blue. Oh, it's a Mox Diamond blue deck. Well, I may have tipped my hand. Oops. Now I need to find a Chain of Vapor for the Meddling Mage. Or I could find an Equipoise, and that would do it too. Psychotog, get the heck out of here. Come on. I'm not playing against no friggin' Psychotog. Alright, Portent finds nothing. Gonna shuffle that. Honestly, I am going to just fetch Basic Island right now. Oh, I found Enlightened Tuner. Okay. Well, that can just find Equipoise. Pass that next turn. Oh, yep. Psychotog number 2. Equipoise is certainly going to help out. Oh, I just hit Equipoise. Honestly, yeah, I'm going to cast that. We get a real test of Equipoise now. Do you have the foil? If you do have the foil, then I will just Enlighten Tutor on my upkeep and I'll find my other one. At the beginning of your upkeep, for each land target player controls in excess of the number you control, choose a land that player controls, then the chosen permanents phase out. Repeat this process for artifacts and creatures. So if this goes according to plan, then Equipoise will answer Meddling Mage and Stasis at the same and Psychotog at the same time. And it hit play. I love to see that. Let's see if it can stick around. This Dromar's Cavern is what colors? White, blue, and black. So they could still have something like a disenchant. We'll just have to see. That's right, shuffle that deck. Get your attacks in now while you can. And they certainly are. This tells me that they've got nothing. Okay, target you with Equipoise. Gonna phase out both of your creatures. And I hit Counterspell. So I think I will just fire off the Stasis then. Oh, that's lovely. I love to see that. Now the hero could still fire off something like an Armageddon here. Looks like that's not what they're doing. Oh, mate, don't do that. Don't drop another Psychotog. Please, no. Aww. Well, I'm gonna stack my triggers like this. Learning how to do this now. I will actually pitch Enlighten Tutor. I don't think I need it anymore. And I'm gonna phase out your Psychotog. Well, folks, we finally got to do the thing, and oh boy, does the thing feel good. Equipoise being materially relevant over something like Root Maze, in that it's phased out permanently a Meddling Mage and a Psychotog, and honestly, second Psychotog. These are like cards that I would be genuinely worried about, but Equipoise just solved that problem for me. Not gonna lie, this is impressive. I'm impressed. I've got Forsaken City running. I've got untapped islands if I need them. I have a counterspell. Like, I feel like I'm in pretty decent shape. I worry about something like a Wasteland. I don't know if the hero's deck is going to play something like that. They've got 3 colors. They might not be able to. Or maybe they do, because they also play Mox Diamonds, and they just play a pile of like 27 lands plus 4 Mox Diamonds or something like that. The hero's asking why their creatures haven't phased in. Sorry, buddy. Because the things phase in on your untap step, and you don't get an untap step. And after a quick check of Yogg-Sothoth from the hero here, they decided that they would rather just play game 2. I don't blame them. I don't want to handle this. I kind of want to keep the Equipoises in, but what do I think that they're going to have? Do I want to worry about something like Brain Freeze? Ensnare can probably leave the deck. I don't think I'm worried about that. Maybe I do take out like a Portent. And I just bring in Gaia's Blessings? Am I worried about Brain Freeze, though? Maybe I want Swords to Plowshares. I could see taking out, honestly, maybe an Enlightened Tutor and just bringing in Triple Swords. I have no idea if this is correct. I barely know how to play this deck. Why are you here watching me? This is a lovely hand. This is 4 lands. One of them can be a Plains. I can Swords a Meddling Mage. I can Stasis. I can follow it up with Gush. I like this hand a lot. Oh, it's another land. I actually genuinely wanted to see that land. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to see that. I don't think I'm even gonna fetch yet. I will Portent here. Not exactly sure what I'm looking for. We're just gonna have to see what the top of the deck has to offer me. Gush and double Stasis. I don't know. I think I will keep them though. Stasis, Gush, Stasis. And I'm not going to use Portent's ability, because I can just shuffle my deck if I want to with this Flooded Strand. The thing I worry about here is honestly a discard spell. Uh-oh, the hero's tapping out for something. I don't like this. Or maybe not tapping out, but tapping low. Double blue. This isn't Psychotog mana. They might have some weird techie Premodern card that I don't know about. I think I'm just going to be patient. I think I'm just going to draw these cards. Honestly, Do I Portent again? Yeah, well, I don't need to. I don't need to. I think I can just hold this all open. Oh, that's just an accumulated knowledge. All right, that's fine. Go ahead, fill your hand with cards for my Black Vise. I dare you. All right, that's a Gush. That's fine. Oh, they might just be... Well, actually, if they were casting an Armageddon right now, then wouldn't they have not played out the island? Oh, that's just Meddling Mage. I don't care about that. Do I Swords this Meddling Mage now? I think I will fetch a Plains, but I'm not necessarily going to Swords right now. I will, however, Portent, I guess. Oh, that's Counterspell, Forsaken City, and Impulse. Yeah, I want these cards. I want these cards. I want these cards. I want Impulse on the bottom. I want Forsaken City in the middle, and I want Counterspell in my hand as quickly as possible. Thank you very much. Now it's time for Black Vise. What say you, Jace Keck? Do you like Black Vise in play? I think not. It will lightning bolt you every turn because you've been playing accumulated knowledges and gushes and stuff like that. And now I'm going to have a Counterspell, which makes me feel much better. I can even back up this Swords with Counterspell if I want to, which I think I will. But at this point, I am winning this race, so there's not really much of a reason for me to continue doing things. Like, I'm gonna make my land drops just because I want to, but like, the hero's taking a lightning bolt worth of damage a turn. Meddling Mage is not doing that much damage to me, and I don't really need to go all aggro with my Stasis here. Call of the Herd. Now that they have tapped for something, I am much more inclined to land Stasis. I can now Swords, and I assume that they're going to try and Counterspell this. I'll just Counterspell right back and clap back with Stasis, and it'll be fine. Yeah, no. Wow, it's almost like I knew exactly what was going to happen with that exchange. Stasis. And they're under the gun of this Black Vise now. I'm going to do the best that I can to hold open as much mana as possible. Does that mean I Gush now? I don't think so. I think I'm not going to Gush yet. But I'm also not going to pitch anything to Forsaken City. Next turn, I might pitch this city to Forsaken City. That's fine. You get your own Gush. Island is down. No attacks is really interesting. Yeah, I'm pitching city to city here. But am I tapping it? I don't think so. I think I'm going to tap an island. And I could do the Equipoise thing now. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to Gush and wait. I'm holding open Impulse into Counterspell right now, which is a really good place to be. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything with this Forsaken City. I think I am going to leave it untapped. Ooh, do I want to play Black Vise? What would that accomplish? That would shorten the clock by at least 1 turn. Potentially even 2 turns, depending on if they fetch with this Flooded Strand. I think I am going to do that. Oh, they Counterspelled my Black Vise. Oh, that feels lovely. Yes, please. Thank you very much. That is not where you want to be pointing your Counterspells. But they're kind of just in this squeeze here. I'm not really sure they have another choice. And they give it up. Not gonna lie, Equipoise, it felt really good. That first game where I just dropped Equipoise and then next turn phased out their Meddling Mage on Stasis and their Psychotog, and then was just like, hey, guess what? You don't have a Meddling Mage now. I can just play Stasis. That felt really good. Oh, wow. I love Stasis. I love this deck. It's beautiful. On to match 3.
Did losing to my prison deck leave you feeling bitter and despondent? Work through the stages of your grief with a membership to Fate Seal Magic on Patreon, YouTube, or Twitch. As your grief matures, you'll gain perks like early video access, lessons and sideboard guides, featuring your deck in a video, and can even co-host a stream once you reach acceptance. I hope to see you on your path to healing.
All right, I'm on the play here in match 3 versus SirBruschino. Ew, 1 lander, mulligan. I have 24 lands in this deck. Give me some of them, please. This is some of them. I'd rather not have so many Forsaken Cities and so few islands, but you know, island, Evil Ponder, keep, right? Evil Ponder. It's only evil when I cast it. Oh, 3 non-lands. Any order, shuffle that. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And this is the part of the game where I hit Chain of Vapor into another Thwart. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I was joking. I didn't want to actually draw a Thwart here, please. This is some sort of ancient tomb nonsense. I'm probably just gonna die anyway and it won't matter. Well, Black Vise. Take 3, not that it matters. Probably gonna win the game before this even is relevant anyway. Now, are you on some sort of storm thing? Are you on, like, the Replenish combo? That's Replenish combo. Okay. Which means there's a decent chance to just have a turn 3 win, which I really hate. Oh my goodness. I only play 3 Thwarts. I play 3 Thwarts. I play 4 Forsaken Cities, and I play 15 basic islands, plus 4 fetch lands. I'm just dead. I am just stone cold. I'm just dead here. Nothing to be done except die. Like, I don't know. Was I supposed to mulligan that 6? Don't feel like I was. I think it's just the curse of the evil ponder, honestly. Like, I play so many lands, and then every time I do like a 1-lander island bad ponder keep, it just doesn't matter. Oh, hey, that's an ancient tomb. That is not a replenish. Why are you ancient tombing? Okay, well, can I hit basic island here? Hey, I actually did hit basic island. Okay, that's good. That's good for me. I'm gonna sit back up in my chair. So this means that I can thwart something, actually. But you don't have to end step your attunement. It's an instant speed activated ability. You don't have to get instantitis off of this. It doesn't even cost mana to use. Like, you could literally just wait till your next main phase and then fire off attunement and then see if you hit the replenish. Okay, there are 3 attunements in the graveyard right now. Oh no. Frantic search, huh? Okay, they don't want to tap the other ancient tomb for the mana, which is understandable, I suppose. Meddling Mage and attunement down. Wouldn't it be really funny, like actually properly hilarious, if they went like Meddling Mage into naming like Counterspell when I've just got 3 thwarts in my hand? Wouldn't that actually be like super duper funny? Huh. That's Forsaken City number 3. So this means that I can theoretically have double Counterspell open. Not on the same turn. Heavens no. But I can thwart something this turn, and then next turn I can pitch something to Forsaken City, and then I can thwart again. Are they just going for it? Yeah, that's a replenish. I am going to fetch basic island here, and I am going to hardcast thwart on that. And that just worked. That's great. Heroes at 6, by the way. Those ancient tombs have been doing a number on their life total. I think I will untap one of these, and I'm honestly going to pitch the thwart to do it, but I'm not going to untap anymore. Chain of Vapor is actually useless. It's actually just stone cold dead here. That's another replenish. Gonna eat another thwart, and that just worked. That's great. I am going to turn off my auto yields, and I need to decide how I'm doing this. I don't think it's correct to gush. I think I can untap 1 Forsaken City using this Chain of Vapor, and I think that's pretty much it. Do they have the 3rd send? No. I'm gonna fetch basic island here. Portent targeting myself. Do I want to actually fire this off? I don't know. I think I'm going to. I need to find Counterspell. That's not Counterspell. This is a shuffle. This will tap me out of Impulse into Counterspell, Gush into Impulse into Counterspell temporarily. I think that might be okay. I hope that will be okay. Because the second that they have another replenish and I don't have a counter for it, pretty much dead. Not gonna untap any of these Forsaken Cities. Oh. I don't need to land Stasis. I don't need to land Black Vise either. I can Gush here on the pitch cast and still have an island that I can play so that I can hold open pitch cast thwart. All right. I think I honestly just let the mana go. I found the Counterspell. That's what I wanted. Black Vise is going to slowly start dealing damage. Intuition. Search your library for 3 cards and reveal them. Target opponent chooses one, put that card into your hand and the rest into your graveyard, then shuffle. I am going to impulse over top of this. I found Counterspell, and I am going to Counterspell that. All right, that just worked. I will pitch a Black Vise to untap one city, but I'm not going to untap the others. I think it's time for Stasis. The hero used a lot of non-Ancient 2 mana sources to pull off that play. I still have Counterspell open. Now they have to use their Ancient Tombs if they want to do anything. If they don't have, you know, more mana somewhere. Oh yeah, you can play third Ancient Tomb, that's fine. I am going to turn off all my auto yields, and I'm going to do a little tricksy on my untap. Or my upkeep here. I am going to float blue, and I'm going to pitch cast a Gush. And I think I'm going to start exiling cards to untap cities. I could exile a basic island to untap this city, which would give me impulse into something plus counterspell. Do I care about that? I don't have any more Thwarts in my deck. I burned all of them already. Oh, I could still do that because I have floating mana. Okay, you know what? Never mind. Yeah, I'm going to pay for that. All right. Portent is city food now. The hero is annoyingly continuing to make land drops. But I kind of have just the thing that can help with that buried somewhere in my deck. Where is that Equipoise? I think I'm just going to counterspell this. Yep, that happened. Notably, I'm once again ahead on clock here. Oh, is our hand finally starting to fill up? That would be lovely. Oof, another plains. I don't like that. This could be Seal of Cleansing number 3. Uh-oh. Nope, it's just Replenish. I'm in trouble. I am in trouble, everybody. I have an island in hand that I didn't need. Gonna fire off this impulse, and I found the counterspell, but not the mana to cast it. Oof, after all this time, huh? Well, I have to take Gush here. Yeah, you got it. That is a Replenish. It just happens. Jeez, that stinks. Well, it's a bit of an emergency, so... I think I'm going to start pitching lands. Now the question is, do I Enlighten Tutor for something? Oh, wait, no, it doesn't matter because I have a Decree of Silence in play. So that is 8, 11, 15, 17... I'm super dead. I am so dead. I'm just so friggin' dead. It's not even funny. Attack with my Stasis. This is a lethal attack. You have to block. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no kidding, OSB. If I had fire right now, I wouldn't have cared. Like, I would have just fired their face. They're at 2. They are at 2. I got so close. But no, I have to concede this game. That was really hard fought. I fought through a lot of stuff. Oh, and the thing's kind of glitching out. All right, it's fine. I fought through a lot of stuff in this game. Well, at least I have tech here. I have Meddling Mages. I have Annuls. Portent is fine. I don't know how I feel about it, though. Like, I have so many bangers that I want to bring in. Flash of Insight is good in this matchup. I could take out, like... Oh, the Ensnare can go. Yeah, buy Ensnare. Like, I could take out Ensnare, Equipoise, 4 Portents. Leaving in the Enlightened Tutors. Do I want all my Enlightened Tutors? With only 1 Equipoise in the deck, I think I do. I'm just going to side like this. Not having Portent hurts, but I think I need both Meddling Mages and Annuls in. Oof. Do I keep this? I need a white source. I think I am going to keep it. If I hit a white source, or honestly, even if I hit just a 3rd land of really any type, then I am able to start Flash of Inciting, and I'm kind of off to the races. Maybe I should have mulliganed for an actual, like, hand that can cast the spells in it. I'm not sure. I have 9 white sources in the deck. Oh, but I cited out Portent, so I have a harder time looking for them. I doubt the hero brought in answers to Meddling Mage. Yeah, I checked. The answers that they could bring in are, like, the occasional singleton Swords to Plowshares. They seem pretty soft to Meddling Mage, though. Oh, there is my 3rd island. I guess I just need to hope that they have a bit of a slow start here, because I don't have a fast start. Yeah, like exactly, OSB. Like, my plan with this hand is to Meddling Mage on Replenish. If I can do that, then this game should be relatively easy to win. Hey, it's their own Meddling Mage. Who could have guessed? Oh, Counterspell, huh? All right. Ugh. Enlightened Tutor number 2. I'm gonna have to cycle Flash of Insight here. Like, I see a line where I cycle Flash of Insight, the next turn I Gush and then Flash for 1 again or something like that. I don't know. I need that white source. I need my basic planes. Ancient Tomb is a bit scary, but they can't actually, like, go off with Replenish yet. Okay. Maybe now they can. Oh, let's just Parallax Wave and a Darker Waves. All right. Sure. Hard casting and Opalescence. Yeah, time to Flash for 1. I'm desperately digging for a white source here. That's still not a white source. I am going to Gush. If I hit a white source off this Gush, then I'm going to play it and then play Meddling Mage, but I didn't hit a white source off the Gush. So instead, I am actually going to jam Stasis. It's a bit of a risky Stasis, I'm not gonna lie. Right, I forgot to play my island. Well, I guess I'll pitch my Enlightened Tutor. I just forgot to play Elandra. Let's see how relevant that ends up being. Yeah, Annul, goodbye. I found Forsaken City. I think I'm going to make a couple of island drops first. And now I'm going to play Forsaken City. So I can hold up Thwart now if I need to. Yeah, I'll swing with Stasis. Take 2. Stasis doesn't need to be untapped to do its thing. I think I am actually going to pitch Enlightened Tutor here. I don't think I need it. Now I've got Thwart and Counterspell open. That's kind of a lot of interaction here. Meddling Mage. Yeah, I'm going to Thwart that. Boop, boop, boop. Just like that. I do need to win this game in a relatively quick amount of time. Although I guess the hero is really running out of time compared to me, aren't they? So maybe I don't, actually. Oh, right. There's a Meddling Mage on Counterspell, so I can't actually use that. I should have thought about that. That means that I am going to need to start doing something about that, huh? I could jam second Stasis just to get an untapped attacker in. I think that's a bit silly. Yeah, I honestly kind of forgot that Meddling Mage was on Counterspell here. I might have done things differently if I had remembered that. I think it might be time to Flash. Yeah, I'm going to Flash here. Actually, yeah, I don't need to Flash, because that's like an instant speed thing. Oh, I could just drop Meddling Mage. If I'm worried about Replenish, then how about I just name Replenish with Meddling Mage? I can't believe I didn't even think of that. Like, this Meddling Mage has been in my hand all game. Like, I kept this hand thinking, oh yeah, just name Replenish with Meddling Mage. And then, I just didn't do it. Ooh, that is a hard cast Parallax Wave. Maybe I should have named that. Yup, maybe I should have named that. Yeah, maybe I should have named that. Well, this Counterspell's not doing much in my hand right now. Don't know how I feel about getting rid of it. Like, I can pay for Stasis. Ugh, I'm not going to pay for Stasis. I will Gush, though. Like, this interaction is just so freakishly difficult for me to interact with. Although I did hit 2 Chain of Vapors, so maybe there's something here. I need to take a second and think about this. Okay, so I can chain Parallax Wave. If I do that, then they just have it exile itself. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to really know what to do here. Chaining Opalescence isn't really all that good. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass turn. I'm gonna set a stop on their upkeep to think about this a little longer. Oh, right, cleanup. Island. I could chain Parallax Wave. Oh, I don't know if that's actually even useful, because I feel like there are some tricks that they can do. Like, I chain Parallax Wave, they exile itself. I chain Opalescence or something. I don't freaking know. And then they just have it exile itself again. Or they just have Replenish. At least there are not multiple Parallax Waves here. So I can chain Opalescence. I don't know, save myself some damage or something. I'm not sure. Oh, they're copying it. Why are they copying? I don't know why they copied that. It's kind of sacrificed a land for no reason. I'm going to take a hit. That's just Opalescence again. And I'm going to chain it again, I guess. But I can't even Stasis because I have a Seal of Cleansing. So that means that I would have to hit like an absolute baller here. I have an Annul. Annul might actually be good enough. And I have a Flash of Insight with a fully stocked graveyard. I could play Meddling Mage just to try and get some counters off these Parallax Waves. Don't know if that's correct or not. I think I named Opalescence. And now I'll have a null and flash in the graveyard. Yeah, they're just going to exile it. That's fair. Fading is going to happen. Don't know why they tapped their lands like that, but they did. Gonna attempt an annul. All right, that worked. I hope they're paying costs on something else. So they just have another Opalescence. Nope, that's a Replenish. Oh, so now I need a Thwart. I have a bunch of stuff in my graveyard. Let's go ahead and flash here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flash for 8. I found Equipoise, which I think is really funny, but I didn't find the Thwart, which is what I needed. Do I just take Chain of Vapor and just chain it again? Opalescence is in the graveyard. So I would be taking 4, 6, 10, 12. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to chain it again. That feels terrible. Really wish I just had Thwart here. Now I get to get a nice big swing in. Taking 12, going down to 4. I'm not exiling to city. All right, and we're doing this whole song and dance again. Jeez. Chain on your Opalescence. I'm like gonna be falling to 2 here. Do I even have any more Chain of Vapors in my deck? Not really. I'm gonna Impulse now and I'm gonna see what I find. I mean, I found Thwart and that's all fine and dandy. But I'm at 2. Like, I can't be farting around here. Oh no. Oh, don't tell me you've just got another one. Oh, it's a Replenish. Oh my god. Do I even have a way out of this? I don't think I do. Black Vise. If I was playing the red version and I would just fire my opponent again. This is the second time they have been at 2 life. I mean, I fought as well as I could, but as well as I could was not good enough. I'm out of resources. I've got nothing else to do here. Great. I get to name something with this Meddling Mage. Well, there's 2 Replenishes in the graveyard. There's 3 Replenishes in the graveyard. Naming Opalescence. I think my only hope now is that the hero spends all of their time doing random stuff with these Parallax Waves, and they just run out of time here. I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think they're just going to win the game. This is going to be the second time today that I have lost a game while the hero has less than a minute on their clock. Less than 30 seconds on their clock, even. Wow. All right. Well, there's something to be said about the hand that I kept. Was it this game or last game? I think it was this game. Where it was Meddling Mage, but no white source to cast it. Maybe that was just it, you know? Maybe that was just it. 20 seconds left on their clock. All I had to do was grind out 20 freaking seconds, and I couldn't do it. Let's move on to match 4 here. I'm on the play here in match 4 versus Hobo en medio suavemente. I'm gonna keep this. Stasis, lands, consistency. I like these hands. I like these hands a lot. Portent on 1. And I found Black Vise. But I don't think I'm looking for Black Vise. And Enlightened Tutor's kind of bad. Yeah, I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to regret this when the hero just goes Basic Island Pass. I'm really going to regret it. Hey, it's Basic Mountain into Mog Fanatic. I'm justified. I did shuffle correctly or something. I don't know. Could use a white source for this Equipoise. That would be chill. Never rewarded, though. I will just Impulse. Honestly, looking for a Forsaken City at this point. We need to determine if this is Goblins or Sly. Both decks can have this start, theoretically. All right, it's Sly. Barbarian Ring. Yeah, that's a Sly card. Well, that has made this game quite a bit harder. Not impossible, just difficult. I'm going to Impulse. Found Forsaken City. Snap taking that. Sly doesn't really play Wastelands, so I'm going to feel much more comfortable. Ooh. I found Thwart. I don't think I'm going to be using Thwart quite yet, but I am just going to slam this Stasis. And they conceded the game. They conceded the match. Wow. The entire match. You know what? This is not Kukui Ganon. Kukui Ganon would never back down from a fight. Instead, this is, how do I put this? Hobo Suavemente. And Hobo Suavemente is actually not so Suavemente because I didn't even put the entire Suavemente in the name. It's just Suave. Sorry, friend. It's not very suave of you to just concede a match like this. I am going to take your play points, add them to my collection, and I'm going to move on to match 5. Take your wins where you can get them. I am on the draw in the 5th and final match here versus Tahin. This hand, it's got Island Bad Ponder, yes, but it's got 1 island. Enlightened Tutor is uncastable. Neither City nor Stasis are anywhere to be seen. I am going to mulligan this, and I will instead keep this. Equipoise is uncastable. I'm going to bottom it, unfortunately. This has got Portent on turn 1. Ooh, a black deck into a Duress. Yes, please. Are you going to be playing Pit Rack? Are you going to be playing Moneyball? Let's find out. Maybe they're playing Psychotog. Oh, they were more worried about the counterspell than anything else, huh? How interesting. I really want to think about what that could possibly mean. I don't want these cards. Any order, shuffle. Rishid Import is really interesting. You gonna tap down my island? Come on, you know you want to do it. There you go. Well, I am going to tip my hand and put this Black Vise into play. I'm sure that this opponent is going to have no trouble getting cards out of their hand. Yeah, Wasteland. Ugh. I mean, OSB, maybe you're right. Maybe this is Clerics. Nah, this is Pit Rack. Love to see it. Chain of Smog, huh? Well, I guess I'm gonna discard Chain of Vapor and Flash of Insight, and I'm not gonna copy it. Okay, we've got a really exciting match here. This is interesting. This is really interesting. I need to think about this. Triggers are put on the stack in app order. That means that my Forsaken City Stasis stuff is going to go on the stack underneath the rack. Do I want to expose myself to Wasteland? Do I want to expose myself to Duress and further discard? What do I think is more likely? That their hand has another Chain of Smog in it, a Duress in it. Maybe they're splashing white for some unknown reason. They're playing Gerard's Verdict. Maybe they Rishid Import me. Maybe they just don't tap Wasteland again. Or that they have another Wasteland in hand. I'm going to fire off Stasis. I don't like doing this. I'm on the record saying I don't like doing this. But I think that I'm just in a situation where I have to. Oh, and they F6 through their entire turn. All right, sure. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they're F6ing through everything. Oh, that's just a Gush. Yeah, we take those. I am going to play out an island. Now I am a little bit insulated against things. All right, yeah, they're not speeding through their turn anymore. The rack is irrelevant. Forsaken City, I'm not going to be using. Island, I will tap. Portent is just Forsaken City food, and they concede the game. There's still so much game to play. Why are you conceding? I don't know why they conceded this game. I don't think they should have. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't think they should have conceded that game. So, how do I want to play against this deck? It's entirely possible that their deck is so full of creature removal, like Smother, that they actually can't side it all out. I think card disadvantage is bad. I think Equipoise is bad. Wish I had another Flash of Insight. Flash of Insight is really good against these discard decks. A lot of their stuff is going to be artifacts and enchantments, at least the stuff that I care about. Bottomless Pit terrifies me. This guy right here. During each player's upkeep, that player discards a card at random. So this will go on the stack above my Forsaken City and Stasis triggers. And if I have only one card in hand, then that card is gone. It's also going to make it impossible for me to accrue card advantage, and it's actually going to start draining me of cards if I have Stasis in play and I need to be using Forsaken Cities and stuff. Bottomless Pit terrifies me. So maybe I bring in Meddling Mages and Annuls. I take out Enlightened Tutors and Equipoises, and then I take out what? Ensnare can go. Portent is one of my most important tools. I don't want to be siding out Portent. Is it crazy to want to side out an island? I don't know. Do I even want Meddling Mages? Like, I could take out the Meddling Mages and just bring in 2 swords. Just run it like that. I don't know if this is good. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just going to start running stuff. Yeah, and sorry, OSB, I'm not going 61. You can't convince me to do that. I am a stickler for 60 card decks. This is a really tempting hand. What did they do? They mulligan to 6. If they go turn 1 to rest, take Stasis, and then turn 2 Wasteland, I'm just in the garbage. Gush can help with that a little bit. I'm gonna mulligan. This is the same hand except just worse. I'm going to put back Black Vise. Oh, they're mulling to 5, huh? Yeah, glad I put back Black Vise. I kind of want to like actively not have Stasis in my hand. Do I hold open a null here? What 2 mana thing am I worried about? Oh wait, no, this is a black deck. They have Dark Ritual. So they could literally just go Dark Ritual Bottomless Pit, and then I'm just in the garbage. Ravenous Rats can eat a Counterspell, that's fine. I will Portent here. I can still hold open a null doing that. Ooh! And I found Island, Black Vise. I think I want Black Vise on the bottom, and I want these islands. Don't forget your land drop. Come on, mate. I wish they had just attacked with the Mishra's Factory. Oh, it's just another rack? Yeah, I don't care about that. All right. No, I don't need to untap there. Still nothing from the hero here, huh? Yeah, Forsaken City getting tapped is fine. I don't think I'm dropping Black Vise here. I will fire off a Gush if I need to, like next turn or something, but I'm not particularly concerned. Yeah, that's a Wasteland on my Forsaken City. That sucks. Counterspell that morph. I don't know what the heck that is. Bane of the Living. Oh, they were just trying to cheat a 4/3 into play. Maybe I didn't have to counterspell that. I just didn't know what it was mostly. But now I do. There's a decent chance I actually would not have countered that. All right, let's go ahead and Gush here. Honestly, into Impulse. Oh, I hit Gush, but I also hit Stasis. I don't have any more counterspells. I'm gonna take Stasis. That might be incorrect to do. That's a Hypnotic Spectre. When this creature deals damage to an opponent, that player discards a card at random. That is their last card. Do I chain it? I don't know. I'm gonna hold. I'm just gonna wait. Jeez, I wish I had the rack, you know that? I wish I had these racks. And yes, OSB, I think now it's time to drop Stasis. I'm gonna get these lands into play. They are going to get a nice good attack in with this Hypnotic Spectre, but it's gonna be one attack, and it can't take both of my Chain of Vapors. Oh, they're not even trying. All right, sure. Every island I draw from this point on is just more untaps for me and more cards for me later. All right, here comes the attack. Honestly, discarding one of these 2 cards would be best, but I don't think I would be sad about anything in particular leaving. Okay, Black Vise is gone. That is the best case scenario for me. Flash of Insight in hand, huh? Okay, I've got to stop on their end step. That means I can chain Stasis now. I don't think I'm going to sacrifice a land. I think I'm okay with just chaining Stasis. Oh, I found Forsaken City. Yeah, let's go ahead and play that, and then I will play Stasis off of City and Basic Plains. Finding a use for that Basic Plains. Oh, and they conceded the game. Come on, play with me. We're playing Magic together. It's fun. Maybe it's fun for me. All right, let's go ahead and wrap up the league. So we've got a 3-2 record today with Equipoise. Honestly, there was only really one good game with Equipoise, and it was that one game versus Groatog where it kind of just, yeah, exiled or rather phased out, which is even more strong. Their entire board. So props to Equipoise for doing that. I think there might be some issues with the way that this deck in particular is built. Enlightened Tutor, I don't know. I don't know about Enlightened Tutor. It felt like, I don't even think I cast it this league, did I? But it felt like every time it was in my hand, it's just like, ah, well, the game's kind of just locked up anyway. And I don't know if I want to be going down cards. Like, I might just rather run, like, more consistency, I guess? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if I like this Enlightened Tutor spot. The white cards were decent in the sideboard. Meddling Mage, if I had, you know, known how to use it against Replenish, and I hadn't just sat there with my thumb up my butt for 10 turns and been like, oh yeah, I got Meddling Mage, I wonder what I should do with it. Maybe it would have been okay. Swords to Plowshares did its job too. Unfortunately, we didn't really see much use out of Chill or Gaia's Blessing. That's just kind of what happens when you don't face the decks that they are relevant in. But that one moment with Equipoise, it's no Root Maze, but I don't know. Maybe the Equipoise versus Root Maze thing, it would be more of a meta call, where you play Equipoise if you're expecting more Haven't tested it against elves, so we're gonna have to see if this is even a thing, but maybe you play Equipoise against elves and you play Replenish against not elves, I guess. I don't know. Equipoise seems like it's better when you're behind, and Replenish seems like it's better when you can just slam the game shut. I'm gonna have to get some more testing done with Equipoise before I really form an opinion on this card. I think I'm gonna have to run at least one more league with it. Probably getting rid of the Enlightened Tutors and replacing them with anything else. Honestly, maybe just even a third Equipoise. If I'm trying to test the card, I should be playing a lot of the card, right? So Ensnare was interesting. Ensnare came up a couple of different times, actually. I don't like this card. I wasn't expecting to, but it's interesting. And I like that this build has fetch lands and I can fetch basics. The basic planes was a hindrance when I made it a hindrance. But when I just figured out like, oh, well, I need blue to pay for Stasis. Stasis has a generic part of its cost. Just use the basic planes to pay for that. Once I figured that out, yeah, all right. Basic planes is fine. One of them. I don't know. Maybe there's some promise here. I'm gonna have to see if I can dig it out of the deck.
This program is made possible by generous funding from these sponsors, and also by your view, like, and comment, the support of my wife and son, and by contributions to Fate Seal Magic from viewers like you. Thank you.